And I like got the goal.
I'm gonna get tons of background noise.
So I was just really slow.
I mean, if Steve Harpster will walk away, we won't have to look too much.
What?
I got to do an interview.
You're doing an interview?
Yeah.
Oh. Then I'm interrupting. Okay. We'll see.
Okay, Star Wars fans. So I'm sitting here with your Consolation brackets winner, Mr. Trevor Partridge. Trevor's, congratulations. Trevor.
There we go.
Trevor. I'm not going to pull the same mistake I did yesterday, calling Aaron Kingery Aaron Nelson. So
That would not be.
yeah, that was not a good thing.
Yeah.
So, how's it feel to win your second one?
It's really good. Yeah. No. The games that I played today were all really close. I think the biggest win was by 11. So they were all super close. None of them went to time, which I'm always a huge fan of. But yeah, they were. It feels really good. I guess I won both of them with Court. So Court's a good deck, guys. Yeah.
So you played Court. Did you play the same deck that you did yesterday for White Side?
For dark side, yeah, I played. Oh yes, I played EBO again. In both of the decks, I only switched up one card. So
Okay.
Dark side, I switched out my Bib Fortuna for a Derovi, which actually came in clutch because he saved Forlong from being shot by Leia with her crossroad.
Oh, okay.
So, and then the light side, I switched out Calfanal Syndros, the alien zero deploy guy, for a Poe.
So you want to tell us about your first match that was against Ming?
Yeah.
I believe you played. Did you start off with your Court or did you start off with EDS?
So I started off light both times because I think it's easier to play to card differential with Court. So EBO, I actually had a really good matchup for EBO. I played against Coruscant, and he didn't really have much that he could do after I projection both of his sights.
Okay.
And I just slowly let him out. It did come down to 11. I probably drew a couple extra cards, but I mean, there wasn't really any major fighting. It was just a lot of draining and him trying to figure out what to do.
So what did he play?
He played Coruscant CRD.
Oh, okay.
And then the second deck was a lot closer. That was Court versus OA. And it was just whittling down. There were a lot of small battles, and then he actually ended up kicking me out of the audience chamber, but not canceling Scum. He just didn't have the force to. So he was just sitting there draining me and not canceling, and I finally got him below 11. And
So if you play
we called it. But yeah.
So then in your second round, you had to play Jared.
Yeah.
So you said you started off with the EBO.
So that
tell us
was
a little bit about that one.
So that was a lot worse of a mashup for me because I was playing against Huntdown. And when you play against EBO against Huntdown, you absolutely cannot lose force from your deck. Because there's too many cards that you need to set up, so you just have to bleed cards from your hand. And I thought it was bad because I didn't get an out of commission in my hand. Turn one, he got Downtown Plaza, Vader, and his Saber. So I peeled one, activated, no out of commission in there, grabbed my cards, but drew down, found a Rescue in the Clouds, used it, found it out of commission in there.
Okay.
Canceled it. Had to bleed some more for sort of a few more turns from his train of 3. But finally I got set up on turn 4, I think, to the plains, or the Northridge with Luke and Yoda, and then Norshada and Hoth. He eventually got Visage again, but I found my second out of commission and canceled it. So he was down to just doing 2 damage a turn while I was doing 8. So, yeah.
So the second match, it was your court versus his. I believe he played Prophet today. So you want to tell us about that? That sounds like it would be a very interactive and exciting match.
It's weird. There's the first like 3 or 4 turns of the game are usually you just staring at your opponent. So as court, you need to reinforce turn 1, otherwise he can do a beat down with the Master Loop. So I went down with a bunch of scrubs and thankfully open-handed the Ponda Baba, which protects you from Master Loop there. So I went down with a bunch of scrubs. Second turns I drew a bunch. Third turn I put Java's Cruiser and Mithrandu up in space so that I could start draining there. And we just stared at each other, and finally he tried to free Han by playing Leia. Leia got barriered, so she was stuck at the audience chamber. He had a Hoojix, thankfully, but he moved away, and then he tried to do some neighbors during my turn, but Git canceled it. So it's a lot of standing there and looking at each other, and then like turn 5 or 6, it's just huge battle after battle after battle because everyone's drawn into their tricks, everyone's drawn into their characters. So we probably had 3 big battles that were 40 plus hours for Dark Side. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was you tried to go over to the Jedi Council chamber at one point. He came down with, I believe, a Sokotano. He cleared you by hitting your the good doctor. I want to see the wolf down there and Greedo. Did you lose the Greedo because you feared another beatdown, or you didn't have?
I had to. Because Chelly's 3 forfeit, Woof is 4 forfeit. Them getting hit, they're both -2, so it's their total 3 forfeit, and he drew a 4.
Okay, so
no, otherwise I would have absolutely left Greedo there and put reinforced with like Django or something like that. Just because if I leave Greedo there, that's a drain 3.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, no, I was forced to do that.
Okay, that was just a question that I had that I saw. But it looked like you held on to the audience chamber really well, and then you were able to go out to some of the other sites on Halloween, do some damage, and then it just looked like there was really nothing he could do just because he made him lose his layout early on. And
yeah, I mean, in general, for all those court players out there, if you lose the audience chamber, you lose the game. That's generally how it goes. So you can't do that.
So going into it, did you think that your opponents were going to play what they did? Or were you...
Wait, play with what?
Did you think the opponents that you had, did you think that they were going to play what they did? Did you think of anything last night that made you play these particular decks?
No. I felt really good yesterday with the decks that I played, which is actually not true of the past couple tournaments I played. I only lost a couple times, or 3 times total, twice to, once to B-Fred, and that was what lost me the matchup. And then once in the Consolation, but it was by 1 card at a time. So like, I wasn't actually... I really only had 1 major loss, and I was feeling really good, so I was like, you know what, let's just stick with it. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare, so I just made the changes based on the knowledge of the previous day. Like, I knew that Bib was not useful in this game, and same thing with Calvin. So, yeah.
Well, sir, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So.
And take care.
Cool.
Okay, thanks for everybody who watched, and this will be me signing off. We're going to get the interviews with our MPC championship here as soon as that one's done, and then hopefully we'll have some more content as we go.